Hi guys, I'm Myris.
And I'm Summer, and welcome to Lockdown Lounge,
where we're going to show you how to make our favorite happy hour cocktails from home. Hi Summer.
Hi My.
How are you, baby?
I'm better now. I had a stressful week at work, but everything has been settled, and just pushing forward, just moving on. Everything will be fine. How you doing, girl?
Yeah, it was one of those weeks, I think, for everybody, but you know, it's Friday, and we gonna do it big.
You ain't got no job.
Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got to do.
No, I'm sorry.
And you ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, but we not gonna be smoking. What we gonna be drinking some of this time? Sangria.
So this video is actually a little different format than our usual videos, because usually we pick a spirit and then each make different cocktails, but this time we're making different sangria. So the same cocktail, just two different types. So yeah.
We do have a little bit of history on sangria though. Like Summer said, it's a different format, so the history is not as much. So sangria traditionally comes from Spain, guys. It's usually made as a red wine. It's usually the simplest ingredients are red wine, fruit, soda water, and some type of brandy, usually. It didn't, however, it's been drank for hundreds of years over in Europe, but it didn't, however, get tasted in the United States until 1964. And with that being said, Summer, what kind of sangria are you gonna make for us today?
So I'm just doing simple red wine. I had this bottle of 19 Crimes. First of all, guys, always pick a wine that you actually want to drink, because though like crappy wine is good for making sangria, I don't want to make all this sangria. Sometimes I just want to drink the wine, so it's better. And the sangria, the quality of the sangria is better if you actually like the wine you're using. So I have my 19 Crimes. And then as my brandy,
I like the label. I've never had that wine. 19 Crimes?
19 Crimes? Well, this isn't usually what the bottle looks like. Like 19 Crimes is, I believe, the vineyard.
That look like
that's the name of the wine. That's the vineyard. And then they have different types, like red blends and all of that. Okay. And this is 19 Crimes, the Uprising. And the cool thing about it is every cork of the wine has a different crime that would get you sent to the Australian penal colony.
So who's that psycho on the front?
It's probably on the back of there somewhere. He's some criminal.
He's some crazy guy.
Yeah. Anyway, 19 Crimes is really, really good. I really enjoy it. And it's very affordable. Good table wine. So that's what we're using. As my brandy or cognac, I am using Grand Marnier because it is an orange cognac based liqueur. And I like the fruitiness of this. And honestly, the only other brandy I have in the house right now is the cognac from the cognac video. And I'm gonna sip on that, so I'm gonna use this. And pineapple juice. I opened the can of pineapple juice earlier, so I just put that in a mason jar. Guys, you know I love me some mason jars. So, got my wine glass. Don't ask where I got it, okay?
She stole it!
So, I love that sound. It's about 3 ounces of red wine. Yeah, that's about right. And then I'm gonna put about half an ounce of Grand Marnier. Guys, wine is already booze. I'm not trying to get that lit right now on a Friday night. Although maybe take 2. I will. So I'm only putting half an ounce. That's it. And then I'm gonna put about a full ounce of pineapple. I'm building it in this glass so you guys can see. And then traditionally I would put, like for this, I would put Sprite maybe or a soda water. But to sweeten it up, instead of using a soda, I'm gonna use just simple syrup, about half an ounce. And that's it. So then I have my shaker tin. Just dump that in there. And shake. Still on there.
I say, girl, you better put your bartender skills to use and crack that joint open.
I'm sitting down. You know, she's weird. What's up? Sit down. So then, just dump everything in there. And then my lovely bar assistant, be it my husband, cut me some garnishes. So I got some oranges I'm gonna put in there. Then I got my girl, the filthy. Don't forget about the filthy cherries. Put the filthy cherries in there. And then if I have some lime or other type of fruit, I would probably put it in there. But anyway, that is that. My version of some sangria.
Awesome. That looks good.
I'm excited. It's gonna be tasty.
All right, well then it's my turn now, y'all. So today I decided to make a watermelon sangria for you guys. So it's opposite from the traditional red wine that sangria is used. I'm actually going to use white wine, and I'm not going to use the traditional brandies and cognacs. I'm going to use a couple of other things. I'm actually going to make sort of like the jungle juice of sangrias. So let me get down in my Babish format real quick. No, you cannot have, no. Please go back to your room. Thank you. Stop. I'm recording. Please go back to your room. Please, please. Thank you. Sorry, guys. My child. All right. Unlike Summer, she made hers single. I'm going to make a whole picture for y'all. So we're going to turn up this weekend. My Friday is going to be lit. So I actually picked a crappy wine, because I'm going to make a big batch and I'm going to use the whole thing. Well, it's not actually necessarily crappy. I actually really do like Yellowtail, depending on the type. This bottle of Yellowtail is a Riesling. It was actually $5 at my local liquor store, so that's a great buy regardless. Jeez, I can't talk today. I'm also going to put some Amsterdam peach vodka in there. I'm going to put some watermelon pucker. And I'm going to put some triple sec. So those are the alcohols that I'll be using today. So the first thing I'm juice. You can say what you want, honey. Jungle juice is a classic.
It is, but that's why you keep some crappy wine, because you got so much stuff in there.
Facts. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my watermelon to my pitcher. I wash my hands, guys, so don't talk crap about me right now. And I'm still dropping stuff. Jeez, I can't go not one episode without spilling something.
Oh, trust me, there'll be a count.
Oh, yeah.
On the video.
Our editor, he counts every time we do that kind of stuff. Shout out to John. All right. So I'm going to add my watermelon, and I'm also going to add my grapefruits. They were supposed to be oranges, but I just snatched them so quickly in the store that I didn't even realize I grabbed grapefruit and not oranges. But we're going to use them anyway, so we're going to throw them in there too. Make a nice little bottom. And I am going to squeeze my agave in here at this time too. I'm going to use about half a cup. About half a cup, or you know what? I'm going to say 3/4 of a cup of agave. Here's my cup right here, guys. Woo! And we're going to throw that in there real quick. Looks good. And then we're going to start with our Riesling. And depending on how full this gets is how much I'm actually going to use as far as the Riesling. So, yeah, that looks about right. So I used about a little over half a bottle of Riesling. Yeah. 3/4 a bottle of Riesling. 3/4 a bottle of Riesling right now. And now I'm going to add my watermelon pucker. Guys, I love watermelon pucker. Like, it really brings out the flavor of the watermelon sangria.
Oh, yeah, you remember in college when you used to drink pucker by itself? Or is that just me in college?
Oh, that was me too. The dark ages is what I call it. All right, so I'm about to add about 2 cups of watermelon pucker to this. I'm trying to pour with my left hand, girl. You know I am not ambidextrous. I hope I said that word right.
Got there eventually, girl. You got there.
Someone gonna clown me. They're gonna be like, look at this silly girl. Can't say ambidextrous. Okay, so 2 cups of watermelon pucker. I'm gonna put a cup of the.
You're shaking all over the place.
I know, I'm trying not to. I'm gonna add a cup of the Amsterdam peach.
I'm getting drunk just looking at that.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna add a cup of the triple sec, guys. Let's say a half a cup, actually.
That looks good as crap. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nice. And then what we're gonna do, guys, is just top this off with juice. So I picked some cranberry juice, just some good old cranberry.
Organic. Ooh, it's fancy.
I know I'm bougie, right? And some pineapple mango juice.
Ooh.
You want to add some of that in there and just top it off. Yep. And then I'm just going to take my pretty little wooden spoon and I'm going to stir. And I'm going to stir. And I'm going to stir. And
that looks really good. I'm really jealous.
You should be. So then I'm just going to grab my cup and put some ice in there. Hopefully I don't drop no ice. And of course I drop all the ice. I dropped all the ice.
Okay, you use your fingers for the watermelon. Why would you? Look at all that water in the bottom of your glass.
I know. Leave me alone, Summer. Oh, there we go. Finally, with some ice. And I'm just gonna pour my watermelon sangria in there. I did not get no fruit. Where's my spoon? All right. Oh, let me get myself some fruit. Okay, there we go. I got a piece of watermelon. Got a piece of grapefruit. Boom. That's as much as I'm gonna do. And the great thing about doing it in a pitcher, guys, is sangria is one of those things that gets better with time. So I'm just gonna let this sit in my fridge, and tomorrow it's gonna taste even better than it does now. So now that we got that out the way, cheers, Summer. Pink. Oh my God. So good.
Why, that recipe looked mighty familiar.
Yeah, don't tell nobody.
Didn't you create the one that's on our menu anyway?
I did, but I don't get a cut of the money for that. No royalties, nothing. Bartenders are gypped when it comes to making drinks.
What we're talking about, guys, for those not in the know, the restaurant that Myris and I used to work at together, the watermelon sangria in that restaurant is super popular. Everybody loves it, and most people don't know it's Myris's cocktail. So she didn't get no royalties, no nothing. This is not the exact recipe that we use at that restaurant. For all of you guys who watch, who actually know what restaurant we're talking about, this is a upgraded version.
And that recipe has been tweaked over the years by several of our esteemed colleagues.
Yes.
So it's no longer my recipe. And even when I was coming up with the recipe, I did have help. So I'm not going to even say like it was on me, because it wasn't. But I did have a hand in that watermelon sangria. I love the taste of watermelon. I don't care who you think you are that don't like watermelon. I know.
I'm not really a big watermelon. I can take it or leave it. I'd rather have a cantaloupe than a watermelon, to be quite honest.
Cantaloupe is the cheap sister, the ugly stepsister of watermelon, and you know it. But that
No, I don't. No, I don't. Like, watermelon tastes like water.
You crazy. So we ain't even about to have a conversation.
I'm pissing her off. So we're gonna move on before that hurts me.
You ain't gonna talk about my watermelon like that.
Oh, how's your sangria?
It's delicious. I'm about to pour me another one.
Already.
You know? All right. Well, now that we got that out the way, let's talk about our topic this week. So guys, most restaurants, well, if you work in restaurants, especially in, high volume areas or busy cities or like famous cities like New York and DC and such, once in a while you may run into a celebrity or two that will come into your restaurant and eat with you. Most of the time, celebrities will come in and dine with you. Some are great and they are sweet and patient and tip you well, and some are monsters. So we're going to talk about a few that are our best and our worst experiences with celebrity diners.
Are we dropping names?
I'm snitching. I'm snitching on these celebrities that ain't a doggone. Sorry, because they about to make me cuss. I'm snitching on these celebrities that need to learn how to act in restaurants. Yes, I am. But you can go first.
Why am I going first?
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
So The first one I'm gonna talk about is a DMV native who is a very talented rapper. He seemed like a down-to-earth guy, but when he came into our restaurant, honey, he showed his little behind, and I was not here for it. And I'm talking about you, Wale. Ooh. Yes, I am. Ooh. So he came into the restaurant, and I guess he had I don't know if he had a party back there, or I think he was just, I think he had a party in the back room. Two of our colleagues loved him. They were big fans of his. One of our coworkers was an aspiring rapper himself, so he wanted to go get his autograph so bad. So they waited until the appropriate time, I think, and they were like, "Oh, excuse me, hi Wale, we're big fans. Can we have your autograph or something?" And Wale goes, "Why? Why should I give you my autograph? You probably didn't even buy my last album," and did it just come and at them real aggressive. And the crappy part about it, or the messed up part about it, is they were like, no, but we did buy your album. Like, we have all your albums and yada yada yada, and we listened to your interviews and we seen you in concerts. Like, what are you talking about? And I get it. Like, celebrities, we understand that y'all don't want to be bothered sometimes when y'all go out. That y'all are people just like us, and you don't want to be bombarded sometimes. But we're your fans. Well, some of us. Like, I mean, I like Wale, but I wasn't about to go over to the table. He just don't do it for me like that. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I don't know how he tipped necessarily, but just the way he interacted with my coworkers, I did not like that. I was like, you didn't have to talk to those boys like that. They idolize you a little bit, and you came at them real harsh.
Yeah.
What about you, Summer?
So my story is like, I serve I guess they're famous, but they're not like super famous. Mm. Like, I serve a lot of these like new trap rappers that I have no clue who the heck they are. And so I don't get starstruck. But like, what's his name? Saint something.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Exactly. I was like,
That's me showing my age a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know who the heck this person was. I probably didn't even get his name right. A designer came in. Somebody had to explain to me who designer was. They were like, that song Panda. I was like, no. But I think it's the same two guys you talking about, or at least one of them was in common. Was super stoked to see him at the restaurant, and went over to designer's table, and he just kept going over and talking, kikiing and whatnot. And finally, like, security had to back him up. And I get it, like, they were literally like in a business meeting, and two servers just would not leave the table alone, but they were super nice about it. I'm used to serving like radio personalities, like Donnie Simpson.
Donnie's really nice.
He is so nice.
Hi, Donnie. If you ever see this, we love you.
Yeah, he is super nice. I haven't seen him in a while, but Donnie Simpson, serving him was really cool. He was like a quasi-regular. He would come so often. I don't remember. I think he was more like a 18% tipper, to be honest. Okay. I don't remember him being like ridiculous tipper, but he was super, super nice and wasn't difficult. Dick Gregory.
Oh my God. He was
serving
amazing.
Him. He was it was always such a pleasure to serve him, because he would school you at the same time. Like, you felt like you were learning something.
And he was so down to earth too. It wasn't like, it wasn't pompous. It wasn't like an ego thing. When you talk to him, everything like that he just spoke was knowledge, and he was still funny in his old age, and he was so down to earth. Oh my God, Dick Gregory, love serving him. That's good.
Yeah, and he was a regular. I have stories from so my husband, bless his heart, he doesn't really know a lot about like modern music and all of that. So there was two separate times, like. Once, I think it was Trey Songz came in, and he was in the back room. They tried to close it off, so it was only him and his guest or whatnot. And as soon as he got sat, the managers lined all the servers up in the back and was like, who wants to serve Trey Songz? And everybody raised their hand besides Marcel, because Marcel had no clue who the heck he was. So Marcel was the one that was picked. Marcel's my husband. Was the one that's picked. He's like, I don't know who this guy is. So he's like serving him, treating him like a regular person because he has no clue who the heck he is. And then, of course, like the hostesses, young hostesses, are all like peeping, looking around the corner, and then texting their friends. And next thing you know, all these people are walking back there just to get photos and like bother this guy trying to have dinner. And as soon as his entree came, he was just like, you know what, I have a box. And he boxed it up, paid the check, and he dipped. And it was just because he couldn't even enjoy himself, which I think is so sad that people can't go to restaurants and just have a good time. You know what I mean?
You can be a fan, guys, and just still be respectful of the fact that they're coming in there to eat or have a meeting or just chill out and relax and get some like breather time. Like my favorite interaction with the celebrity, who I actually am a big fan of, was when I served Wyclef Jean. And I mean, I'm a fan. Like, but when he came in for lunch, and anytime I serve a celebrity, I remember that they are just people. I don't really idolize a lot of people. I don't. It's just not me. If I'm a fan of yours, I'm a fan. But as far as seeing you as some kind of god, that's just not me. But he came in there, and I was like, okay, Mash, you gotta be cool, because it's why I'm gonna say Wale again. It's Wyclef Jean, man, you know? So I went up to his table. I'm saying hello. I'm saying, have you ever been here before? I'm suggesting drinks. I'm suggesting specials, lunch specials, and all that kind of stuff. He takes my suggestion. I geek out on the inside, but I play it cool at the table, right? I go put his order in. I make sure, me and another coworker of mine, we make sure that, his drink stays refilled, but we don't bother the table too much. It was him, and he was sitting with two other girls, pretty girls. I think they were his assistants, but they were a very nice table. He was very sweet. No one really bothered him because I made sure, like, don't go to that table wilding out, y'all. Like, don't do that. I'm just not that kind of person to let people just bombard my tables. I don't allow it. But when I was in the back, I was geeking. I was sitting back there singing, someone please call 911. Like, I love him. So he eats, he enjoys it. I'm asking him how everything was. And when the meal ended, I put my hand on the table. I said, I'm a big fan, by the way. Like, I love your music. I love everything about you. I said, I feel like you're he's a humanitarian. But I say, wasn't he the mayor of Haiti at one time, Summer?
He ran, I think.
He ran? Okay. But he does a lot of philanthropy work. I love Wyclef Jean. So he said, oh, thank you, baby. I love you so much. I said, oh, I love you. I'm trying not to geek. So I'm like, I hope y'all had a great time, whatever. His bill was like $80, guys. I lie to you not. He put 200s on the table and said, that's all for you, honey. I was like, oh my God. If I don't love you now I really love you. I just want to get off the clock now. You just made my day. Where you going? I want to go where you go. So that's one story of a celebrity that if you handle the situation right, you can still express your fandom to them, but they can still enjoy themselves and have a good time. You don't have to press them a lot. And I was thinking about asking for a picture, but I didn't because he seemed like he was in a rush to go. So like, the moment for me was enough,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need I feel like nowadays with people in the social media era, you need a picture, like a proof of everything,
Picture, it didn't happen.
Like, no one can tell me that. Woo. Sorry, y'all. Please edit me out, Tina. Please bleep me out. No one can tell me that didn't happen. I loved it, every minute of it. And I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life. You got another celebrity, Summer?
Yeah, so what's his name? Tim, he's not a big celebrity. He played the dad on Sister Sister. He was also in It.
The original It, yes.
Yeah.
I can't recall his name, but I know what you're talking about.
His first name is Tim something. Tim something.
We're going to say Ray from Sister Sister, because everybody know that.
Ray from Sister Sister, yeah. So he was nice, and I did it. Like, I recognize, he's one of those people, like, you recognize his face, but you don't really remember who he is. Yeah. So it was a complete empty restaurant. He was the only person there. I was the only person there. I served him. And then eventually I was just like, I'm sorry, I recognize you from somewhere. I know you from somewhere. I couldn't place it if he was a regular. And then once you said, well, depending on your age, you probably recognize me from either Sister or It. And I was like, oh, there we go. I recognize you. He was really gracious and nice about it. Apparently he's a professor, at the time at least, he was a professor at Morgan.
I didn't know that. But I'll say I went to Morgan. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a professor at one of the HBCUs in the area, or like a lecturer. So he was really nice. Tipped 15%. Wasn't a great tipper. But that could have also been because I bothered him and asked him, like, what do I recognize you from? So I can't really judge it on that. But what else? Like a lot of, I don't even really register a lot of the celebrity stories. So this is the thing, guys. Like, we are not in LA or New York. We are in the DMV area, but the location of where our restaurant is / was for Myra, she no longer works there. We have a lot of traffic of celebrities, or we did pre-COVID. I don't know if we're gonna still get that traffic eventually, but we did pre-COVID. So we had a lot of opportunities to like meet these people and wait on them. And honestly, it's just like waiting on anybody else. Like you have those people who are so snooty. You have those people who are so needy and they run you and then they give you a verbal tip and dip. Or you have those people who are super kind and they're super down to earth and they actually like, they're a joy to serve for the most part because they're really laid back. And celebrities are the same way. So I don't really have a lot of stories that like stand out from celebrities. Like the designer one stood out because one of my bar regulars was sitting at the table with them because he's a radio DJ. And I guess he was a part of the business meeting with designer and his crew. So I went up to the table to deliver a drink and I was kicking it up with the DJ because I knew him. I knew his name, he knew my name, and we were just like, hey, what's up? Yada, yada, yada. And I didn't even pay attention to the designer. I had no clue who he was. So when I walked away, I turned around and I saw this dude just staring at me like, what the heck? Turns out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why they get thrown off when you don't know them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna know everybody. Like that happened to me with I think it was a Broncos player. Like he was like a tight end on the Broncos or something. And he gonna look at me. I'm giving him fine service, but I don't know. I guess he wanted me to be geeking out over him. He gonna come to me and be like, "Don't you know who I am?" I said, "You don't play for the Eagles, so no, no, I don't know who you are." Like I said, "I know you were a football player."
You have to drop the "Don't you know who I am" line.
Don't you know who I am?
You're not that.
Boy, bye. You don't bleed green, so I'll see you in the season when one of my players clock you behind. Like, period.
You know he was a football player?
I knew he was a football player, but I didn't know what team he played for. And I think he was like second string anyway. Like, he wasn't nobody for, I mean, I'm not saying that, but you know, like, I know everybody on my team. Like, you know, I can name my Eagle lineup, you know, just fine. And I can geek over anybody on my team, but he's not on my team. He don't play for the Eagles. Like, period.
That is funny.
So, yeah, that was a funny one. I think they were training at the Baltimore Stadium or something like that, if I recall correctly, for some reason. Like, some of these out-of-state teams train in, like, the Baltimore or the Redskins Stadium sometimes.
Or maybe they were doing a preseason game or something.
Maybe. I can't recall what it was, but, you know, the Broncos happened to be here, and he happened to come into the restaurant. And, well, unless you got one more story, did you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I mean, because my stories are my stories. Now it's like, oh, the time my husband served Jamie Foxx. But that's the whole
stories.
It's a good story, but it's not mine. So maybe like we'll have guest stars on the show and then they can share their stories so I can stop telling their stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look out for that guy.
On that note, our next episode, we may actually have a guest star. So
we're not going to tell you who, but we're going to have somebody joining us.
Yes. So look out for that. But of course, per usual, guys, if you like this video, like it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, please share. Let us know if you have any interesting celebrity stories, or if you have any suggestions for what we should do next. Also, let us know if you've tried any of the cocktails that we've made on Lockdown Lounge, and let us know how you like them.
Take a picture of your cocktails and we'll post them on the Instagram, on our Facebook page. Send us your pics and we'll be happy to post them, guys. Like always.
Yeah, our contact information is down below in the description box. All the recipes from the show are actually online on our website, lockdownlounge.co. Go ahead and check that out. You can comment on our videos there as well. You can comment on our blog posts. So just let us know how you like things, guys.
Yeah, let us know, guys. And as always, stay safe, drink responsibly, and we love you guys. Peace.
Lockdown Lounge, down. This is the Lockdown.